They say real men don't talk. I say they just haven't been asked the right questions. This ain't about trends. It's about truth, about faith that don't fold, love that costs something, and manhood that still means something. I'm not here to argue. I'm here to build. This is the Always Up Podcast, Season 2, Too Real to Win. For the men still trying to love right in a world that loves wrong. We wear loyalty like a personality trait. That word automatically sounds honorable, solid, dependable, real. And honestly, most of us never even question it because loyalty sounds like strength at first. Staying down, never switching up, always being there, standing beside people through everything. But after a while, I started realizing a lot of us are loyal to things that are quietly draining us. Relationships, routines, friend groups, mindsets, versions of ourselves. Not because we're happy, but because it feels familiar. And familiarity can make us tolerate almost anything. Some of us have been unhappy so long that stability started feeling more important than joy. We get so used to surviving certain environments that we start calling the survival version of ourselves personality. We don't even know who we are outside of surviving something. That's why we stay in situations we outgrew emotionally years ago. Not because it still makes sense, but because we already built our identity around staying. And once we start confusing suffering with loyalty, we'll sit inside misery just to avoid feeling like the bad person for leaving. That's the dangerous part about blind loyalty. Eventually we stop asking, does this still align with who I'm becoming? And only ask, how long have I been attached? And those are two completely different conversations. Especially because a lot of us were taught loyalty before we were ever taught self-awareness. So now we feel guilty anytime we outgrow something, even if the situation has been kicking our ass for years. And honestly, some of us don't protect peace, we protect familiarity. A lot of things people call normal probably shouldn't feel normal at all. We like to normalize dysfunction, and we do it fast. Bad communication, emotional distance, constant stress, burnout, inconsistency, chaos. After a while, people stop reacting to it. They just start adjusting around it. You ever hear somebody describe a completely exhausting situation like it's just a regular Tuesday? Oh, that's just how they are. Nah, we always fight like that. I'm used to it. And somehow that becomes acceptable. That's how blind loyalty sneaks in. Not through giant dramatic moments, but through repetition. Because once something happens enough, people stop questioning it and start organizing their life around managing it. That's why some people laugh about things that actually been hurting them for years. It became part of the lifestyle, part of the personality, part of the relationship, part of the routine. Some of us been adapting to dysfunction so long that calm almost feels suspicious. We don't even realize how much of our life became routine. Wake up, go to work, answer texts, pay bills, repeat the same conversations, complain about the same problems, go to sleep, do it all over again. Then one day you look up and realize, damn, I've been living the exact same emotional week for 10 years. Some of us don't even make decisions anymore. We just follow patterns. Patterns we inherited, patterns we adapted to, patterns we got comfortable inside. We stop asking ourselves what we actually want and just focus on keeping everything functioning. So we stay in situations we've emotionally checked out of a long time ago. Not because we're happy there, but because the routine already makes sense. The expectation is clear, and that's the part people underestimate. Predictable disappointment can start feeling easier to manage than uncertain change. So we keep repeating the same cycles, same habits, same conversations, same emotional patterns, same version of ourselves, and eventually the routine becomes so connected to identity that changing your life starts feeling like changing who you are. A lot of us started performing versions of ourselves before we even figured out who we were. And it starts early too. Family expectations, relationship demands, money pressure, success pressure, Career expectations. Everybody's got an opinion on who we're supposed to become. So we start becoming the version of ourselves that makes life easier for everybody else. The responsible one, the strong one, the successful one, the loyal one, the reliable one. Eventually, some of us don't even connect to the role anymore. We just got used to performing it. Some people have been the strong one for so long that they genuinely don't know how to ask for help. You can tell when somebody's been surviving through responsibility their whole life. They look exhausted all the time. That's why some people look amazing publicly. Good job. Relationship, routine, responsibilities handled. Meanwhile, internally, they're exhausted. Performing an identity for years will wear you down. Some people don't know if they like the life they built or if they just got really good at meeting everyone's expectations. And what's interesting is the longer people perform a role, the guiltier they start feeling about changing. Because now changing disappoints people. Changing changes the dynamic. People start saying things like, "You're different now?" Well, maybe we just got tired of performing all the time. And after enough years, people start getting more attached to the role than themselves, even when the role doesn't even feel natural anymore. This is probably the hardest part to admit. Some of us became so loyal to certain versions of ourselves that we forgot those versions were only supposed to protect us temporarily. The quiet version, the angry version, the detached version, the hyper-independent version, the people-pleasing version. Different versions of us showed up depending on what life demanded. Eventually, we stopped adapting and started identifying with it. That's why some people don't know how to relax. Some don't know how to trust. Some can't receive help without feeling uncomfortable. Some feel guilty resting. Like if they stop moving for 5 minutes, everything's gonna collapse. You can tell when somebody survived life through control. Everything gotta be planned. Everything gotta make sense. Everything gotta feel safe. Even good surprises make them nervous. And after a while, people stop asking, do I still need this version of myself? Because coping mechanisms don't announce themselves dramatically. The line between survival and identity gets blurry. That's why healing gets weird sometimes. Because now people are not just changing behavior. They feel like they're abandoning the version of themselves that helped them get by. And that's a strange feeling. Because some versions of us were never supposed to become permanent. That's why changing your life can feel personal sometimes. Not because the decision itself is hard. Because people get emotionally attached to the version of you connected to the routine. You change your habits, people react. You change your mindset, people react. You stop tolerating certain behavior, people react. Not always because they're mad at you. Sometimes the change forces everybody else to look at themselves too. And people get uncomfortable when the version of you they depended on starts disappearing. That's why growth can feel uncomfortable. Not because growth is wrong, but because now the dynamics are changing. The conversations feel different, the expectations shift, the access changes. Some people only knew how to relate to the version of you that tolerated everything. That's why people start saying you changed. Sometimes they are saying it negatively. Sometimes they're saying, you don't laugh the same anymore. You've been distant lately. You used to be different. Maybe, just maybe, we got tired of shrinking ourselves to keep certain dynamics comfortable. That's the part people don't talk about enough. Growth changes relationships quietly. Some people were never attached to the real version of you. They were attached to the version that kept everything predictable. And sometimes that's the interesting part about changing. Realizing certain relationships only work because you kept making yourself smaller to maintain them. Maybe that's really what growing up is. Not becoming somebody completely different, just slowly realizing how much of ourselves got shaped by expectations, routines, other people, habits we never questioned, even when certain versions of us stopped feeling real a long time ago. That's why changing can feel strange. Not because we're becoming fake, because some of us spent years becoming who life required. Now we're trying to figure out who we are without all the performance attached to it. And honestly, a lot of people never get there. They just keep playing the role, keep repeating the routine, keep carrying the expectation, keep answering to versions of themselves they outgrew a long time ago. And from the outside, it can look completely normal. Some of the most emotionally exhausted people look the most functional publicly. Reliable, dependable, productive, available. Meanwhile, they haven't felt connected to themselves in years. And maybe that's why changing scares people so much. Because once you stop performing, once you stop managing everybody's expectations, once you stop shrinking yourself just to keep relationships smooth, you finally got to sit with whoever's left underneath all of it, and not everybody knows who that is yet. Thanks for listening. Too Real to Win is for the men still trying to love right in a world that loves wrong. No clout, no gimmicks, just truth. I'm Brian B. Turner, and this is the Always Up Podcast. Until next time, stay focused, stay faithful, and always up.